Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to this special edition of the Amplivo Weekly Call. Now, we have a very special guest for you today, and our CEO or Corsair CEO, UC Salaranta. And we don't need to sort of mention that everyone knows how hard this guy works, and he's taken time out of his busy schedule to be here today to speak to us and just to, let's look at the season launch. But what I wanted to say to everyone, are you ready? And I'm going to repeat that. Are you ready? Because I can assure you we all are. So why don't I just hand over now? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little video as we traditionally do at the beginning, and then we'll hand over to Jay. So let's get this show on the road. And this is a fantastic video.
Equipped only with their vision, drive, hard work, and commitment to clean our planet from plastic pollution, Corsair began its journey in August 2020 with a record-breaking first year. As we now celebrate this second anniversary, let's look back over some of the milestones that were reached during our second year. Corsair launched the expansion of its second production facility in Bangkok. CSR plastic credit in its complete form is introduced to the world. The Amplivo network is completely restructured, leading into a streamlined, simple and easy-to-do home-based business model. The mandatory CSR purchase pools are introduced. More meaningful partners join the Corsair mission. Ford, Nissan, Lexus, Isuzu, Chatrium Group. CSR Services Company is launched, allowing easier entry for our European clients. The weekly distribution of CSR plastic credit begins. 2 new plastic waste-to-oil production units arrive to the Bangkok facility. Corsair continuously improves its operations at its Bangkok and Sa Kaeo facilities. CSR retirement program is launched, allowing CSR users to become certified plastic neutral. CSR Savings Program is launched, allowing CSR holders to benefit while holding on to their CSR plastic credits. Corsair's Bangkok facility welcomes its first guests after the COVID pandemic. History is made with the initial listing of CSR onto the latoken.com International Public Digital Asset Exchange. CSR becomes the first and the only plastic credit in the world to be traded on a public exchange. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges, expanding to coinsbit.io and to xt.com, a major international exchange with millions of users. The Catching Plastic initiative is launched in collaboration with more than 100,000 fishermen, whereas Corsair is now also collecting plastic waste from our oceans. Corsair launches a European tour. Corsair becomes the first and the only company in Thailand to receive the prestigious ISCC certificate for chemical recycling of plastic waste. CSR becomes listed on CoinGecko and on CoinMarketCap, further establishing its place in the digital asset community. Corsair now has more than 80 plastic waste collection points and several hundred collection bins located around Bangkok. The value of the CSR plastic credit hits an all-time high on public trading. CSR continues to be listed on more exchanges and expands into P2P-B2P.com, making it the 4th international public exchange to now trade CSR plastic credit. The Amplivo network grows exponentially under the management of Corsair, now including more than 60,000 international members. The CSR mandatory purchase pool reaches over $350,000. Novotel joins the Corsair mission. Corsair and the CSR plastic credit received global media attention, being featured by more than 200 international media outlets during its second year in business. Business Insider, Yahoo Finance, Morning Star, Affiliated Press, Digital Journal, Fox, and 200 other medias. CSR becomes the leading plastic credit in the world. Corsair signs a major international collaboration agreement. During its second year, Corsair has continued its strong and stable growth while breaking records and making history. The company is now recognized internationally and continues to expand with more powerful partnerships than ever before. With a dedicated management team and more people from all over the world joining to support our mission to save the planet from plastic pollution, Corsair continues to grow stronger and is now ready to enter its third year. Stay tuned for exciting updates along the way. Corsair, for a cleaner future.
Thank you very much, Roger. Excellent. I hope everybody's doing great. I'm happy to see so many of you guys here. We got about 70 people on the call this morning, which is fantastic. By saying that, I also want to welcome you back from summer and summer holidays. I hope that your summer has been nice, relaxing, and warm. And well, I'm looking at the background with some of you. I can see some rain there. So I hope that we still have some nice weather left, at least for a few more weeks before we enter into the next season. But in terms of our business and our work, now we are launching the next season. So welcome back. All right. Thank you also very much, Roger, for sharing the video. It really is, I believe, a great reminder for all of us about the speed of progress that we're doing. And I don't know if it's just that we're sort of getting used to this sort of pace, but if you look at those things that we just saw highlighted in the video, most of those have happened during this year, right? And we're nowhere near the end of this year. I mean, even just during last month, the things that we were already announcing and the new partnerships and things that we were putting together, you know, that they didn't even make it to that video, are just record-breaking, history-making achievements. So I wanted to talk with you guys today a little bit about what's going to happen on the upcoming event, what is the direction where we are going with our business and company and the community moving towards the end of this year, and then generally about what is happening right now in the world, and most specifically what's happening in Europe, because this is something that we all have to be very, very aware of. And if you're not aware, then today's call is going to be very, very important for you. It's not only about Europe, but generally what's happening around the world. Okay, so let's get started with that. With every major crisis, let me highlight this. With every major crisis and with every major problem, usually, almost every single time, also comes major opportunities. And this time is no different. What we are seeing right now happening, especially in Europe, but also reflecting the rest of the world, is one of the biggest crises that we'll probably ever see, which involves so many different areas, from energy to finance to businesses to private individuals, that it is quite alarming and it's very serious, and we all need to understand what's happening, right? Now, when we are looking at our direction and our positioning as a company, when you run a business, you need to be aware of what's happening around you, what's happening on the marketplace. And you need to be able to make your strategy for your business based on what's going on, right? That doesn't mean that you will change your way all the time, but you need to be aware of what's going on and how to then maneuver in those big storms that are potentially out there on the sea when you are moving forward with your ship. So let me start with this a little bit, and I hate to talk about negative things and you know, problems and crisis in the beginning, but I want to cover this first because it's very important. And then how are we in a very, very unique situation? And how can we benefit from these crises? How are these going to affect our business? And how can we use this amazing opportunity that we have right now? So this thing has a happy ending, all right? So bear with me. A few months ago, I made a call and I spoke about some of these topics at that time. And I was saying, this was in the beginning of summer, that there's going to be an energy crisis in Europe. Well, here we are. We're at the end of summer. And as we know, electricity prices have been going up. We have a huge problem with electricity right now in Europe. And this is going to affect everything, every business, every area, and the individual lives of people will be affected by this. Okay. So let's start from this. Right now, a couple of days ago, the inflation in Europe now exceeded more than 9%. So this means, in the simple terms, that if you have 100 euros in your bank account, that 100 euros will no longer, in 1 year from now, be worth 100 euros. It will have the purchasing power of about 90 euros. So it means that keeping money in your bank account right now is probably one of the most stupidest thing that you can do. Because you are losing money, you're losing the value of the money every single day. Okay? We're seeing the same thing happen in the United States. We're seeing the same thing happen all over the world. But in Europe right now, they are projecting and estimating that the inflation will reach 10% by the end of the year. Okay? Well, if you have 100 euros in the bank account, maybe you don't care about that 10 euros. But if you have 100,000 or you have 1,000,000 euros in your bank account, I don't think anybody's willing to happily lose 10,000 or 100,000 euros or whatever just by doing nothing, by leaving the money standing in your bank account. So what is the result for this? The result is that you have to invest your money into anything that will give you at least 10% value increase during the same period of time, during the next year. And this is for you to invest your money so that you can keep your money. And believe me, there are a lot of people, especially wealthy people. There are a lot of companies, organizations, and banks who are looking at places to put their money in order to protect their money against this inflation. Because if you don't make at least 10% a year on your investment, you are going to lose money. Okay? So if you look at everything that's happening right now on the stock market, on the real estate, it looks very, very uncertain and scary out there. And believe me, when you look at the places that you can place your money to protect it against the inflation, this is not an investment advice, but CSR is probably one of the best places to put your money right now. And I think that we can all agree that it is highly probable that the value of the CSR is going to grow at least 10% in the next year, right? I mean, actually the reality is that if you buy the package today, you are already getting it for a more than 10% discount. So there you go. Solution completed. That's all you need. But this is a serious thing, guys. Inflation is going to start eating people's savings, and they must invest their money into anything that will give them protection against the inflation. With CSR, problem solved. Okay? That's the point number one. Point number two is that with all of these elements that we're seeing to happen now on the energy market, the price of electricity going up, the price of gas going up, the price of oil going up, this is going to affect everything. And we have seen these problems now at the end of summer. But I can promise you guys, when we are moving into the winter, there is going to be coordinated electricity cuts throughout Europe, and there is going to be a massive increase on the prices of energy. I just saw in Finland, where I'm originally from, that last year, for example, the price for 1 kilowatt hour of electricity was about 5 cents. Right now, it's between 55 and 90 cents per kilowatt hour. Okay, and now we're at the end of summer. Where do you think this is going to be when we are in the middle of the coldest period of winter? So, yes, there will be some electricity cuts, but in most cases, electricity will be made available, but on a very, very, very expensive price. And I now just read that, for example, a single house owner in Scandinavia is expected to pay between 1,000 and 1,500 euros per month just on electricity bill on this coming winter. It's absolutely crazy, guys. But because of that, we need to take seriously the fact that everybody is now in a need of additional income. And never, ever before has it been so crucially important that you have your secondary income based on your home operated business, your home-based business, an extra source of income that you can do from your phone, from your computer, and you can earn extra income to support yourself and your family. The reality is, again, guys, that with every single financial crisis, with every single recession that there has been in the history of the mankind, network marketing and direct sales have exploded in popularity because people now are in a desperate need of that extra income. So it's a very sad situation. It's out of our control. We're not going to get into politics here. There is nothing that any one of us can do about this energy crisis. But we can look after ourselves, and we can look after each other, and we can look after our families. That's where we all need to be active now. And the way that we do that is by building and focusing and taking seriously this home-based business opportunity that we have with the Amplivo network. It has never been more important than now. So the solution for the rising energy costs is to earn more money. It's that plain and simple, guys. And the easiest, the best way for you to do that right now is by the Amplivo network. And while you're doing that, you're providing people protection against inflation. And the best part is, while we're doing our business and earning money while doing it, we're saving this planet from one of the biggest environmental problems that has ever faced it during our lifetimes. And that is the plastic pollution. So it's like, how, from whichever angle you're looking at this thing, we're right in the middle of it. I don't see how it could get any better than that. The third area is now what is happening generally with our business. While the energy prices are going up, while the gas prices are going up, believe me, the oil prices are going up as well. Just about 2 weeks ago in Sweden, they turned on like a 70-year-old oil-powered electricity plant, which now burns about 70,000 liters of oil per hour, so that there is electricity. And this is a joke, but so that the Swedish people can charge their electric vehicles. You know, we have gone completely backwards now when it comes to this electrical vehicle revolution. Okay, and if you remember going back to, 2 years, I hate to be the guy that said, I said so, but we have been talking about this for 2 years, that and I'm going to say it again, the battery powered electric vehicle is not the solution to replace the combustion engine. It's not. Okay, as much as I love the weird and crazy mind of Elon Musk and you know what Tesla is doing, and it's fantastic. I completely 100% support that. It's great, and the electric vehicles are going to play a segment in the future of traffic, but it's not going to replace the combustion engine. It doesn't make any sense. All right, what we need to do is we need to focus on building, and listen to me carefully here. The solution is that we need to focus on building better, more efficient, and more cleaner combustion fuels, okay, that can work with the existing infrastructure, so that we don't have to change every gas station to become a charging station, because that's just not going to work out. And I believe that people are now beginning to wake up to this. It's because if you can't charge your mobile phone because of lack of electricity, how are you going to charge your electric vehicle? All right. And I want to say again, I have nothing against electric vehicles. I think it's great, and it's going to play a part in the future and in this bigger things, how things are developing. But it's not going to be the ultimate solution for the entire world. And the reality is going to be, and we're going to talk about this more in the upcoming event, the reality and the solution is not the electric vehicle. The solution is to make the fuels of the future from garbage, from air, and from water. Okay, that's the future, but we're going to talk about that more in the event. All right, so while this is all happening, while the energy prices are going up, it now also means that the oil price is going to go up. And I'm sorry to say, but that is actually very, very good for our business. So at least there is that positive aspect from this crisis that is now happening in Europe and other parts of the world. It is very, very good for our business. At the same time, let's not forget that all the targets, all the work, all the commitments by the international governments and organizations to solve the plastic waste problem is still very much there. Nothing has changed. So in summary, what I want you guys to understand, let's summarize what we just said. As all of these crises are happening around us, we are, as a company, as a business, and as a community, in a better situation than we have ever been before. We could have only dreamed about being in this kind of a situation a couple of years ago. I could not imagine a better place to be with our business, with our approach, with our strategy, than where we are right now. And if you look back in history, you see that whenever there was a major crisis, there were always those few companies that came out from the crisis as major winners, because they went into the crisis prepared and positioned in the right way to handle that crisis and to benefit from it. And I have a very strong feeling. I'm very confident. I don't think I've ever been this confident in my life before, that this crisis is going to be like a jackpot for Corsair, the Amplivo network, and for the CSR community. So that in a summary, that's where we are. These are the things that are threatening the world, and these are at the same time, all of them, major opportunities for us. Number one, we have a way to provide protection against inflation. We have a way to provide for people a way to earn additional extra income from their home-based business, which is the Amplivo network. While you're doing that, while you're earning more money, you're helping your friends, you're also helping the entire planet. And on top of that, as a whole company, because we are in the oil business, this is an amazing time to be in that industry. Okay? Keeping in mind that when we got involved, the oil prices was at a record low, below $20 a barrel. Now we are at about $100 a barrel. And where it's going to be now during this winter, nobody knows. But our timing has proven out to be 100 exactly correct. There's a great saying that precision beats speed. Timing, well, sorry, let me take that again. Precision beats power. Timing beats speed, and hard work beats talent. And I do believe that is very correct. Precision beats power. If you're accurate, if you can hit the target accurately, it's better than coming in with big force and just power. If you have a right timing, you're at the right place at the right time. It doesn't even matter if you're the fastest. And the last but not least, hard work beats talent. So let's talk about hard work. So as we are now going into this thing, all of these things are great, and you can leave this call today thinking, hey, yes, we're gonna be great. This is gonna be fantastic. Everything is good. But for you to be part of it, you also need to work with it. And if you looked at the video that Roger played in the beginning of this call, you look at all those things that are happening. That doesn't happen by itself, guys. That comes from us, all of us, the leaders in the network, the members in the management team of the company, working 16 hours a day, 18 hours a day, sometimes 20 hours a day. Because of that hard work and dedication, we're able to deliver in so short period of time all of these things that other companies are just dreaming about. Now, for example, on this coming week, you are gonna now start to see one by one these major international hotel brands that have recently joined our mission to now start using the CSR plastic credit. And they will begin now to retire their first CSR plastic credits on the blockchain. You're gonna start to see the Novotel Hotel, the Marriott, the Hyatt, this one, this one, this one, this one by one. We're gonna announce them all one by one when they make their first retirements. And you can see them on the blockchain. This now means that some of the largest brands in the world are now beginning to use the CSR plastic credit. And they're not buying it from us, by the way. We're not selling them anything. they are buying them from the exchanges, from the public market. So just keep that in mind, that some of the biggest companies in the world are now beginning to use our product, which is network marketing powered. And I know that for most of us by now, it seems like, yeah, not a big deal, right? It's like we're sort of grown to this thing that, yeah, it's kind of course it's going to be like that, right? But 1 year ago, when we said that we're going to list the CSR on a public exchange, people thought that we were crazy. And when we said that some of the biggest companies in the world are going to start using the plastic credit, people thought that we were completely out of our minds. Here we are. And now it feels like, yeah, of course it's going to happen. It's every day, not a big deal. One of the other big companies are joining in. They're going to start to use it. It feels like normal. All of this comes through the hard work, guys. It's all about the hard work. It's about that positioning. It's about our timing. And when we put those together with hard work, it allows us to create these miracles that we've done. We're breaking records, we're making history, left, right, and center. So let's talk about work. Let's talk about hard work. I heard this fantastic example that if you're doing your business, any business, your Amplivo business or any other business that you're involved with, or even if you're working on your career, you're working on your job, you are in a constant competition. And especially now when the economy is getting more tougher, we are all in a constant competition. Now, most of the people will work about 40 hours a week, a normal work week, 40 hours a week. Now, if you work just 2 more hours per day for 300 days a year, not even every day, but 300 days a year, you contribute, you commit to work on your business, on your opportunity, on your fortune, just 2 small extra hours per day, multiplied by 300 days a year. That gives you 600 extra hours on your business. If you split that 600 hours with that normal 40-hour work week, that's 15 weeks in a year. If you split that by months, it's almost 4 months in a year that you are now ahead of your competition by just contributing 2 small extra hours per day to your business. Just think about that. By committing yourself to work 2 extra more hours per day, you are now 4 months ahead of your competition in a year. That's why you see us working these crazy hours sometime. And I'm not saying that you should go crazy. I'm not saying that you got to work 12 hours a day or 14 or 16 or sometimes 20 hours. I'm not saying you got to do that. I'm saying that instead of your normal 8 hours or whatever you would be contributing to your normal work routine, with that extra 2 hours a day, you can make absolutely miracles, guys. That's what the hard work can bring for you. All right. So, as we are now moving forwards, we are almost exactly 3 weeks away from the most important and the most monumental event that has ever been organized in the history of the Amplivo network. And this is the event that will take place on the 1st of October here in Bangkok, Thailand. Excuse me. If you are able to, I highly recommend you to make the trip and join us here live and hear and witness firsthand all of the news and announcements and the launches that we're going to be making in that event. We have some things that we could already announce for you guys today, but we've made a decision to keep them until the event, just to make it extra special. But I guarantee for you that this event is going to be a history making, and it's going to continue this massive, how would I say, success that we've seen over this year so far, with major things happening. But even in between that, today and the event, you're going to see these major brands now coming involved and starting to use the CSR plastic credit as a way for them to become plastic neutral. That's going to happen in now and in between. But I guarantee for you that on the 1st of October, you guys are going to be shocked with the stuff that's going to be released there. Never in history of network marketing has those kind of things been done before. That's for sure. And I think that without trying to now promote and sugarcoat, it's not like we're promoting a rock concert here, right? The point is not, we're not going to make any money from the tickets, by the way. If any one of you thought that this is like some kind of a money-making thing for us, no, the event is going to cost more to produce and to put with everything that is there than whatever we can make from selling the tickets. So it's just that whatever ticket income is coming from there is going to be used to pay the expenses. That's it. And there's going to be catering and everything else for you guys that are there. So it's not like I'm not selling you guys the tickets, okay? Even if there's 50 people there, it's going to be a fantastic event, all right? It'll be sold out. I have no doubts about that. But you know, we made a conscious decision. We're not trying to make money out of selling tickets to the members. That's not the way we operate. We're doing this event so that we can get everybody together, build that momentum, create that energy, and most of all, celebrate the launches and announcements that we're making. That's the key point of this event, okay? But if you are able to, please make sure to be there, because this will be a historic moment. And also, there are now several people that have already qualified for the Visionary 22 trip that we are going to be making together in the beautiful island of Phuket here in Thailand. So you will be receiving an individual letter sent to you through the ticketing system of Amplivo, which will inform you of your qualification to this trip and also provide you more information about how all the arrangements will be taken care of and where you should be at what time and so on. So we have a very exciting few next coming weeks and month ahead of us. 3 weeks from now will be at Sunday on the 2nd of October, which means that the announcements and the releases that we have done will now be public information. And I truly think that we are going to see something phenomenal happening towards us all moving towards the end of the year. So it's what can I say? It's going to be an exciting moment for all of us. We're just getting started, guys. If you thought that we were sort of ready, or this is where it's going to get, no. We're just getting started. We're getting warmed up. I've used this joke before. We are not here to take part. We are here to take over. That's it. No matter if it's in the network marketing industry, if it's in the plastic credit space, if it's in the plastic recycling industry, we are here to take over. All right? So I think in general, that pretty much concludes on the things that I wanted to talk with you guys today. We are going to continue on this amazing journey. And I know that with all of these things that we have now in place, and with the hard work from everybody, from the leadership, from every member of the Amplivo network, every member of the CSR plastic credit community, we're going to do miracles, guys. We have never, ever been in such an amazing position with our business and with this opportunity. But again, it doesn't happen without hard work. We all need to do this. And right now, it is even more important than ever that we take this business opportunity seriously and we start doing the things. Talk with your sponsor, talk with the top leaders in the network about how we can now put things into the next gear, next level, so that you can truly start earning more income from this business, because that income is going to become very, very important as we are moving towards the winter. And all of these things that are happening in the company side, all the announcements and news that you're going to be receiving soon are going to support you in building your own business and building your income and building your fortune. And we haven't seen anything yet, guys. Like I said, this is just a warm-up. You are going to see when we come out of these crises in the next coming years, you are going to see millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires created in this business opportunity that we have in our hands right now. With the CSR plastic credit, with the Amplivo network, and generally with Corsair. That's it. I want to thank you guys very much for taking your time. I'm not going to drag this any longer. I'm not going to give you any more pep talk or motivational speech over here. I think we all know what we need to do. So I want to thank you all very much again for all the work that you've done so far. Let's make this amazing, history-breaking end of the year and celebrate together. Thank you very much. Back to you, Roger.
Thank you very much, Jay, and thank you for taking time out of your very, very busy schedule. Absolutely superb. So what do we think of that, guys? That's absolutely, and girls, should I say, absolutely fantastic. You know where you are. In words of someone very, very special, it'll just be one more push, please. Just one more push, and we'll be there. So I don't want to keep, guys, you know, it's Sunday. Hopefully it's a nice day around about wherever you are, or, you know, if it's raining, you can do something today. We won't keep you too long, but I'm just wondering, Rene, have you got anything to add in there?
No, that was absolutely brilliant, and looking forward to see everybody on the Bangkok event, and especially the next week with the next Amplivo weekly call. So thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely awesome. You know, as I said, you know, one more push, guys. I told you, you know, I said to you, are you ready? We are ready. Are you? So thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. Yeah, thank you for everyone. And you should all congratulate yourself, because this journey that you've seen, the video you saw, you know, you are all part of that journey. You know, you're pioneers. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you and goodbye. See you on the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers.